For yielding, and Mr. Speaker, he's absolutely correct. In my district, if that fresh water doesn't run through and run out to the ocean, the salt water runs back in. I have two major cities in my district that rely on that for a source of water. If this bill were to pass, their water supply is in jeopardy, and you can't drink salt water. It just doesn't work. California is in the middle of a very extreme drought. It's not due to a lack of pumping. It's not because our state's water regulations, and it's not because we're putting fish ahead of farms and people. It's because there's no rain and there's no snow. No bill can make it rain, but this bill makes a bad situation even worse. It's wrong for California. It won't stop the drought. It won't make it rain, but it will kill jobs and it will ruin drinking water for millions of Californians. The state of California won't support this bill because it ignores 20 years of established science and undermines our extensive efforts to implement equal measures to address long-standing water shortages. We've been down this road before in California. We ignored science and we diverted water out of the Klamath River, and nearly 80,000 spawning salmon died. Communities were devastated and livelihoods were lost. This bill also sets a dangerous precedent for every other state in our country. California has long-standing water management rules. This bill overrides the very system of water regulations that Californians themselves devised to govern our state's water supply. It tells local resource managers and water districts how to administer their water supply. If we pass this bill, we're telling every state in America that we're okay with the federal government undermining local experts and state laws from coast to coast. If that weren't enough, this bill also undercuts long-standing environmental laws. The legislation we're debating today redefines the standard by which the Endangered Species Act is applied. This will weaken the law, increase the risk of species extinction, and lead to countless lawsuits and costly litigations. It's as if the majority is holding wildlife responsible for our lack of rain. You'll hear on the other side talk about a little fish, the Delta smelt, and how we're protecting fish at the expense of people. The truth is, as the gentleman from California mentioned, that the protection of the smelt hasn't prevented one drop of water from being pumped south since 2013. We haven't pumped more water south because there simply isn't enough water. We're in a drought. And I'm not insensitive to the supply and demand reality of California's water. I understand the concerns of the Central Valley farmers. I'm a farmer myself. But if my well runs dry, the solution isn't to steal the water from my neighbors. We need real solutions that are based on science and that work for everyone. This bill is not that solution. It's bad for California. It's bad for other states. It's bad for our environment. I yield back.